Well, hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. I hope you've been well. I know I have, and it's time for another metal detecting relic hunting adventure. Today's episode brings us back to the site that I have dubbed the Cherry Tree. It's the spot where those really nice coins came out of in the last few weeks. And a surprise, the place kept producing. Not to mention, I made one of my favorite relic finds of the year, probably my best copper of 2023, and a mystery find from 1789. So I don't want to waste any more time in the intro. We'll talk business and update kind of stuff at the end of the video. For now, let's hop in. All right, I'm really excited about this one because if this doesn't scream silver dime, I don't know what does. Pretty much 83, 84, right in that range. Let's go get it. Okay, I was wrong, but I'm so excited about this. Yeah, I will say I am trying different earbuds today. I just don't want to run down the batteries on my headphones because I have another group hunt to go to tomorrow. And so, yeah, I thought this was smaller than it was. But look, that's got to be a shoe buckle, guys. Oh no, it's not a shoe buckle, but it's an old tack buckle of some kind. Nothing wrong with that. Wow. It might not even be horse tack. It might be for personal accoutrement. I don't know. That is interesting, though. I actually don't have any buckles like this, but I really do believe it's 1700s. I'm going to brush it off and come back. All right. There it is, all brushed off. That is a really nice buckle. No complaining with that one. And I dug another buckle kind of similar to this recently, but it was like sort of a D buckle. It had some like decorative notches on it, which was really cool. But I think that one was probably horse tack. And this one, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence as to whether a human or a horse wore this. But either way, that's a nice 200-plus-year-old relic. And I will take it. It's pretty warm out today, so I popped into the woods near this stream to catch some shade. And I wasn't really expecting signals out here. I'm kind of looking for native artifacts, sort of. But I did trip over this. It doesn't look fantastic, but we have to check it out. Well, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. And it was actually pretty shallow. It just came out of there maybe 3 or 4 inches, so I must have had it pinpointed wrong. Surprise, surprise. But I have a little musket ball. Definitely impacted. This side is flat. But yeah, that's a good sign, so I guess I'll kick around here for a little bit. This is a signal with a lot of potential. Ooh, I can't wait to find out what that is. Well, the more I swung over this off camera, the more I was positive it was a coin, but I was expecting another silver dime. And I've got a copper! Yes! It was more like an 84 signal. It's probably going to be toast out of this field. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. What on earth is that? It's on the smaller side. It's hold. I'm thinking of Patrick because he's not here right now and he still needs to find a hold coin, at least at this point in the game of when I'm dropping this video, probably. I don't know. At least as of today. That might clean up okay, but this is really chunked up on the back. I'm going to let it dry out and then we'll figure out what it is. But I am very excited. Okay, so for now, you might need to use your imagination, but I think this is actually going to clean up well, because as I was kind of like thumb punching it, you can see there are details underneath this layer of crap, so this might actually come out pretty good. This is a Woods Hibernia, and you can barely make out a little head of Britannia right there. She'll be holding a harp there, and then the date will be up here. It'll be 1722 to 1724. Actually, the 22 with the harp is on the left side, so it'll be 1723 or 24. I've only ever gotten 23s, so I might continue playing with this. If I can get it to look better in the field, I'll come right back with it. If not, maybe I'll put it on the screen. And if it just turns out to be really ugly, then you'll just see a nice non-dug example. And also, it doesn't look like that hole managed to get all the way through, although, maybe it does. Maybe it does. But that makes me very happy. Very, very old coin. Probably 300 years on the nose. That is awesome. So I do believe I said I would come back if that copper cleaned up well in the field, and sure did. That's a really, really sharp woods hibernia. For those of you who don't know, these were actually originally minted for the use in Ireland, but for whatever reason, they ended up over here. I can't recall exactly why right now. I think they were just kind of rejected. Reverse, pretty nice. You can see a hibernia there, and you can see that harp clear as day. I should be able to get a little bit of this other crap off at home, but I didn't want to overdo it in the field, and I am very, very pleased with that. That's probably my nicest condition copper that I've dug in 2023 so far. So I'm stoked. I'm going to keep going for a little while longer and see what else we can bang out. Phew, well, I put my headphones back on because I was sick of being tethered to my machine. Got this signal. Pretty tight. Looks like a good alloy. We shall see. Well, this one's kind of odd. So it actually wasn't terribly deep. It was just mixed with a bunch of other stuff. But I got that good alloy out. I don't know. It's got like a hole here. It's a loop there. And then this is very, very sharp. So I kind of wonder if this went into leather or something. I don't know. If you guys have any idea, though, I'd be interested to know what this is. This might be spectacular. The trace is a little bit weird there, but it does sound like a nice, good high conductor, so we're definitely going to dig that up. I might have something pretty exciting here, so I'm just going to film it in situ in case it is something awesome. I have a corner right there, nice and green. That could easily be a shoe buckle or some kind of buckle. We'll find out, though. It's definitely something old. Obviously, I'm hoping for a shoe buckle. Well, that's the second high conductor letdown today. Had one earlier that was just some aluminum. What is this? Is this anything good, guys? I don't recognize this at all. Huh. I really don't know. Yeah, just a big old hunk of brass. But I'm curious as to really what it is. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Bear in mind, I am in colonial New England, but this looks a little bit newer than that to me. Well, I've said it before. I try to film everything in the field that isn't obvious junk, just in case it's something good. When I got home, I cleaned this up with a brass brush, and to my surprise, there was a stamped ornamental pattern along the edge, as well as a number on each side. 1789. Now, that number should send chills down your spine if you're familiar with even the most basic early history of the United States, because in 1789, George Washington became our first president. And although the 1789 stamped on this piece could be a part number, based on the age and in talking with true experts and authors on colonial artifacts, I do believe it's a date. Now, what is it? Well, that's the million-dollar question. The best guesses I could get from the experts I spoke with is that it's either part of a set of balance scales, part of an ornamental lathe, which was a prohibitively expensive piece of equipment used to turn wood and put patterns on buttons, or perhaps it was a piece of land surveying equipment. The date of 1789 was likely prominent on this piece so that whoever was using whatever equipment this was part of was able to deduce how accurate and up-to-date the technology was. Whether it was for a set of scales, an ornamental lathe, or surveying equipment, it would have been really important to know how up-to-date your equipment was. Now, my gut is telling me that this is some type of surveying equipment, especially due to the fact that I found it along one of the original main roads in town. However, to be honest, I still can't quite pin down what this is, so I am asking you guys for help. Take a close look at this piece and pause the video if you need to. I'd appreciate any thoughts in the comments below. Now, back to the show, because I've got more coinage and possibly my favorite relic of the year coming right up. Now, based on how this is tracing and what it sounds like and how huge, I'm sure it's a can, but just in case. I'd still be crazy not to dig that. Well, as you know, I'm on the side of the road, and so it stands to reason that we would find really weird trash. I saw this part first in the hole. I said, there's no way. I heard something non-ferrous. Are you kidding me? It's a Spalding putter. It is modern garbage to the extreme. Wow, I've only ever dug one of these before, part of a golf club, and it was right on the edge of the road. It's amazing what either flies out of people's cars or what they choose to discard on the side of the road because they're too lazy to get rid of their own trash. And unfortunately, I feel like it's the latter with that situation, but I'll get off my soapbox and keep swinging. No pun intended with this thing. Oy vey. Well, this one sounds great all the way around, has nice clean edges to it, so fingers crossed. Cuts off right there. And it's cut off again. Please be something good. Well, it was not nearly that deep. It was like right here. I kept working down to it. And eventually, I couldn't hear it with my pinpointer, so I knew I must have knocked it down there. Quickly picked it up, put it up there. And we have more silver. I love this spot. You can already make out the back of this. Whoops, almost got a leg cramp. It's going to be a mercury dime and probably a pretty worn out one. At least it seems that way, but we'll spray it off together. Always nice to get some silver on the day. Let's see. It's pretty crusted on there. It probably doesn't want to come off on camera. Come on. I don't want to scratch you, especially if you're a 1916D. But, okay, I'll come right back after I've sprayed this off. And, yeah, woo! Keeps falling right there. Jeez. All right. I will be right back. I don't really care to admit how long I've been staring at this dime, because it is a 19-teens. The more I look at it, though, I think it's like 1918 or 1919, but no, it had been going for a minute. I thought it was a 1916. And then the mint mark would be right there, exactly where it's worn. So I was really kind of trying to hope that turn this into a 1916D mercury dime, which is the key date for mercury dimes. But hey, I will just take that and be happy with it. We'll try to find another older coin today, but if not, I have to say, I'm just pretty darn happy that I get silver almost every time I go out with this machine. So nothing wrong with that beautiful little dime. Oh, I should have filmed this. This was such a low conductor. It was like a 13, 14. Tracing okay. And I just looked at this and I picked it up and I said, whoa, 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 whoa. It is some very fancy piece of lead. I haven't a clue what it is yet. I don't know if it's the back of a button or if it's some kind of token. I guess it could just be a bail seal. I don't know, though. Why is this side so fancy if it's a bail seal? Holy crap. All right, I'm going to brush this off and come back. This could be something really, really interesting. Okay, I still can't quite make out what this is, and I brushed off a little bit more dirt than I should have because it was giving me better details with that first word there. I don't know. All I know is that I don't remember if I've seen a bale seal that is that fancy. If that's even what this is, this is like could be some kind of token. I don't know. There are 3 fleur-de-lis in the middle and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So, and there's edge lettering, but closest thing I've ever seen to this is actually like a medieval kind of gaming token. It's not that old though. I don't know exactly how old it is. That is very interesting though. I'm going to post that and see if somebody can help me with an ID because that's really, really, really interesting. I love stuff like this. Oh boy. Hopefully I have an ID on the screen by now, but if not, help me out. Okay guys, well that's going to wrap it up for the metal detecting in this week's episode. But now to get to the businessy side of things. I normally do this in the beginning of the video, but I don't like holding up new viewers who really don't want to hear me ramble forever. This won't take forever. Number 1, yes, I am aware some people are having issues updating their Manticore software. And last time I spoke to my team leader at Minelab was, I think, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And as of right now, engineering is working on trying to figure out kind of what problems people are having so that we can get this update rolled out to everybody. So what I will do is I will put an update on probably the channel homepage. If you go under the community section, that's where I post all of my status updates. I'll post it on Facebook as well. But speaking of the community section of YouTube, I posted a poll there yesterday for you guys to help me decide if I should change the day that I upload my videos. And I've kind of been liking the idea of Monday, so we might be switching to that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but you guys were telling me you either wanted Mondays or you don't care, and only 5% of people who took the poll wanted them to remain on Fridays. So that's a pretty stark contrast and much more different than I thought it would be. And lastly, I feel like there's something else and I can't remember it. Oh, next week's video, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing for that one yet. I think I'm going to use the remainder of my Equinox 900 footage for next week's video. And from then on, we're pretty much just going to sail with the Manticore. Really excited about that. And I'm itching to get out in the field with the new update. I have not been out yet. Circumstances just haven't allowed me to. But let me tell you, I will certainly be getting out in the next couple of days. And obviously, I'll be filming along the way. But until next week, guys, you know what to do. Get out there, save what you can, and do what you love. We'll see you next week.